I think that a common misconception is about the levels of competitivity in this sport. Scrabble requires a lot more work than people think, and it's not like just how you would play for fun with your family or friends. Competitive Scrabble is quite different. Everything is a lot more serious. Your opponent is also there to win. There are a lot of rules that you have to follow. The games are timed. I mainly just plan to do my best, and then beyond that, it's not in my control. Whatever happens is going to happen.
Adisha Dissanayaka is one of 8 Scrabble players who led Sri Lanka to 3rd place at the Gladiators World Youth Scrabble Championship in 2021. The International Championship is one of many tournaments, both global and regional, for young people who play competitive Scrabble. While Scrabble is relatively popular as a leisure activity, it is not yet widely acknowledged as a competitive sport in Sri Lanka. However, with local players winning big at international tournaments, this is slowly beginning to change.
It all started when my sister introduced me to this game. I started playing. So my coach, Mrs. Hema, she noticed my potential and she asked me to join the league. And that's when I got started to play. And it's been like 4 years since I started to play competitively. And I made a lot of friends through it, and it was awesome.
Like Adisha, Sandari was part of the team that placed 3rd in the 2021 Youth Championship. Today, they are both at a Scrabble workshop taught by Dhammika Vitharana, one of the best Scrabble coaches in the country who originally began playing the game as a hobby.
My son was attending Richmond College and he started Scrabble at grade 3 in 2012. I wanted to learn this game to teach him. Then I was very happy about this game. I learned this game and I became a competitive player. Presently, I have played many games in Sri Lanka and abroad. I have won many games. And then Richmond College invited me to come there and start coaching. This is actually my hobby. I am a civil engineer. Apart from my engineering, I am doing this game as a hobby. This is a very fantastic game. This is for release my stresses, to spend my leisure time.
Dhammika currently coaches competitive Scrabble at 5 schools in Galle, where he says the game is popular as an extracurricular activity for school children. During his workshops, he shares knowledge, experiences, and techniques learnt from his own career as a professional player with young players.
Yeah, I always advise my students, this is completely based on English knowledge and English words. They can read English novels, they can listen to English news, English programs, and listen to songs also, English poems to improve their vocabulary.
Radhinka Dissanayaka, Adisha's older sister, is also a former youth player and began playing the game competitively at the age of 8, inspiring Adisha to follow suit. Having competed nationally and internationally from a young age, she saw how her own success helped change the perception of the game among her peers.
A lot of people initially didn't know what Scrabble was. A lot of my friends got to know because I started playing, but they were all pretty impressed because there used to be newspaper articles, we got to go abroad for tournaments. So there was a lot of that, and everyone was really supportive. Like I said, not a lot of people knew what Scrabble was to start with. They just saw it as a game that you play at home. But now people are starting to recognize it as a sport more. So in our school, for example, it was considered as a sport all throughout. So I used to get colors in school and so on.
In addition to requiring a vast vocabulary, competitive Scrabble teaches young players critical skills.
I like that it's a lot more strategical than a lot of other games, and I think it has taught me a lot about planning and as well as things like memorization and maths.
One thing is, it has a lot of strategy, so it involves a lot of thinking. You have to plan out your move properly, you need to focus.
A lot of the initiative to popularize Scrabble as a competitive sport lies with schools introducing the game as an extracurricular activity.
Well, I don't think Scrabble is really popular in Sri Lanka, but now it's becoming more and more popular among youngsters. Like a lot of youngsters are entering into the game, but it's not really very well known like chess and all. I think a lot of schools are not really aware of Scrabble, and only few schools even in Colombo have Scrabble. So I think we should even advertise it so that other players can take part.
In addition to schools popularizing the game, Adisha thinks more youth players need to commit to playing competitively into adulthood. Since a Sri Lankan Scrabble player is yet to make a long-term career out of playing the game, he hopes to be the first.
I think mainly it has to be bigger in schools, and there need to be more people joining at a young age. And also, a lot of youth players tend to stop, and it would be better if some of them continue playing even after.